This baby. Yes. Here we go. Let's get this baby live here. Should be working here any second. Here we go. Should show up on the screen there. All right. There we go. All right. Perfect. Let me check the chat real quick, guys. In which I actually can do this today, I think. All right. There we go. All right, guys. This is Bob Baker, aka Shake and Bake. Because I'm doing this on my channel, I do have another YouTube channel for my voice work, but this stream is really my lazy way of making a video. What's up, Brownie Zombie? I'm making a video for my both channels that have to do with my voice work that I'm doing now full time, which has been awesome. I got some shout outs. What's up? I got some shout outs to make to two people in this video. I'm going to be talking about my new TLM103, my Neumann, which you can see right here in front of me. I'll be talking about my Apollo Twin MKII, which all my sound is going through right now. And I'm going to be talking about two people again. One, Alan McComas, who's I've just did this. You can see on the screen this book. It's called The Laid Back Lifestyle. Currently number one in the top seller list on Amazon. Was able to work with him on doing the narration of that book. I'm going to talk about that. And also I'm going to be talking about a young man named, he goes by Mixed by Jordan, but I'm going to talk about him as well and his work he did with me as far as voice work goes and kind of the audio setup. You see this hat right here? I found this hat. I've had this hat a long time. I couldn't find it. But this is my new lucky hat. It's an old golf hat. I know it's the ugliest damn thing you've probably ever seen in your life, but I love crap like this. I love it. So I got it on for this special occasion, and I'm digging it. All right. I got me a cold beverage. So let's talk about, first off, we're going to talk about the Neumann 103, which I'm talking through right now. We're going to talk about these topologies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on this right here. Okay, so basically this is what you're seeing on the screen right here. This is me recording in Adobe Audacity. And the thing you're going to see right away with using this Neumann 103 and this Apollo Twin is that nice, fat audio signal right there. You see that? It's not clipping. It's up about maybe -3 up in that area. But you want this big, fat audio signal. This right down here. And it's in the analogy I learned from one guy, and I think it really fits, is if you got a signal that's too low, let's say it's down here, it's really low, barely hear it, and then you try to fatten that thing up, you try to get it louder, right? It's like taking a picture that has low pixels, basically, and it's trying to blow it up like, by a 4 by 6 foot poster. It's going to look like crap. It's the same thing in this work. So you want a nice big fat audio signal in there, but you also want the sound floor to be low enough that you're not hearing that hum in the background and things like that. And what's awesome in the booth I'm in right now that I built, the sound floor is like -60 and below -70, around there. So you don't hear any hum or things like that. It's really awesome. So that's the first thing. The other is just the sound of this microphone. When I went from the Blue Yeti Pro to this, just the sound of it, the clarity, it was almost like I felt like I was cheating. It was in the voice work I've been doing. It's so clear, and I don't know how to put it into words. It's just unbelievable. And then we have to the right here, what I got on the screen. It's this right here is basically the Apollo Twin interface, the MKII. And this thing, all of this gear is really expensive, guys. I mean, it cost me an arm and a leg. But part of this is reinvesting in the business, is putting the money back into the business. And again, I do this voice work now full time, and I'm making good money, and I love it. I just love it. So you see this off to the right here. This what you're seeing, and I call it the Jordan sauce. I'll talk about him in a minute. You use these plugins basically, and these plugins, they replicate basically a lot of the hardware equipment that's currently out there, or from the the 70s, 80s. These compressors, and off to the right here, you can see I got the mouse over it. I don't know if you guys can actually see that, but I don't even know if you can see my mouse on the screen. Can you guys even see it? I don't think you can see my mouse. But basically off to the right there, I've got some plugins. I got a UA610B, I got an LA2AL, and an EQP1AL. These are compressors, equalizers that you run your voice through and you tweak it. And I met with this guy, and I'm going to first talk about him actually first. Let's talk about, I'm going to move him over here. I'm doing a little moving in the, there he is right here. So mixed by Jordan, right? His name is, let me pull him up here on YouTube. Jordan, what is his name? I know his first name's Jordan. I want to make sure I say his last name here. I had him up a second ago. Now I can't, of course, find it. But basically, I put the link to his website. So basically what he does, I found this guy, and why I liked him so much is, one, he does a lot of videos and vlogs about sound engineering. He's self-taught. He does a lot of work with rappers and things like that. Well, there was something about him. He was just real positive. I liked his energy, and he seemed like he knew what the hell he was talking about. And he also uses the Apollo Twin MK2 as well. So I wanted to get with him, and I asked him, does he do consulting work? And he said, yeah. So I basically set up with him a 1-hour session. His rates were reasonable. And, I know what I'm doing. I've been working hard to learn all this stuff, but I wanted to take it to the next level. I wanted to have the settings, the plugins off to the right again in the Apollo Twin. I wanted him to school me. Take me to the next level about how to do these plugins, how to round off the edges of your words. So the richness is still there, but the edges, the harshness gets rounded off. And this guy, man, he was awesome. He was awesome. I get on the headset with him, and we're doing Skype together, and we pull up the plugins and we start tweaking. He's listening to my voice, right? And he's like, okay, hold on a second, hold on. And he's like, we're hitting these dials and tweaking things. He's like, oh yeah, oh right there. Oh. I mean, his ear was so good. And I ended up with this now setting called the Jordan sauce. And I've been getting so many gigs with this. And so a big shout out to Jordan. Man, if you're doing this kind of work, or you're doing any kind of sound stuff and you want to get better at it, I guess I could stop recording in Audacity. That's funny. Check him out. Reasonable rates. He's got a lot of videos. Awesome dude. I can't say enough about him. So big shout out to him. Next thing is I want to do a shout out to is let me move this guy. Let me move Jordan over here. Get rid of Jordan. Bye, Jordan. Is the next one is Alan McComas. Now he is. I met him. I bet it. I love it, man. Hey, Brownie Zombie, I love it. This is what I do all the time, guys. Now 24/7. I got clients. I've been doing it for some games. I got my, but more like business and things like that, and books and stuff. And it's just been a blast, guys. And my voice actually is going to be in Severium here soon as one of the characters in Severium in the tutorial. So I'm excited to hear that. That's going to be fun. But the next is this laid back lifestyle. So this book, again, he's, where's he at here? This right now currently is #1 new release on Amazon, which is, I mean, it's freaking awesome. His first book. And the guy, so I met this guy, he's from Ohio, really nice guy, really smart, but he's got this whole approach to life. He's a hard worker, he's a go-getter, but he's got this kind of whole laid-back approach to life. Him and I talked, we hit it off. He hired me to do his book, and so I did his book, and I just finished. This will be on Amazon here probably in the next week or two, I'm guessing, the audio version of it. He's got a digital version, he's got the paperback, and then there'll be the audio version. It was a hoot doing this book. So I did the book with him, and we talked a lot back and forth. One of the things I loved about it was that he let me, you guys, especially if you're watching now, you guys know me, I like to laugh and have a good time. His book's got some really good humor in it. So, a couple times I couldn't stop laughing. Normally I would edit that out. And I said, do you mind if I keep some of the chuckles in there, some of the laughs in the book? And he said, yeah, that's what I want. He says, I want it to sound natural, and I want you to, so I left some in. And I mean, those to me are the best parts of the book, He describes how anal he is about organizing his drawers and, his socks and stuff. And then, his wife was messing with him. They'd move shit around, and I couldn't stop laughing. So I left it in the book, and I hope people enjoy it. And I've also put the link below the stream here as well to that on Amazon, and you guys can check it out if you want. So that was basically, guys, I was lazy. I didn't want to make a video. I didn't want to edit it. So I thought I'd just live stream this. I'm going to upload it to my other channel as well. Again, big shout out to Jordan. Again, at Mixed by Jordan. I put the link below. Big shout out to Alan McComas for taking a risk with old Shaky here with Bob Baker and letting me do his book. And again, also for you guys to hear, oh, I forgot. Well, there is one more shout out. I got one more shout out. I forgot. Sweetwater. So Sweetwater is where I bought this gear. This Neumann TLM103 in front of me right now, and the Apollo Twin MK2. I bought it from Sweetwater. And Sweetwater, I bought some other stuff from them, and I don't get no kickbacks or nothing from those guys, but you know, just sharing what I know, what I've experienced, and so I get, basically, I don't know what to get. I mean, I kind of do. I'm looking at stuff, and I call them up. And I actually have a guy from Sound Engineer who's like my guy. You know, he's like, he works with me. And so I get on the phone with this guy, and we talk. I'm like, hey, my name is Bob Baker. I'm doing the voice work. You know, I'm looking to upgrade. You know, this is what I'm thinking about spending. And, you know, he doesn't try to do a sales pitch on me, and he talks to me about the Apollo Twin. I already knew about the Neumann. I wanted the Neumann. He talks to me about the Apollo Twin, and, you know, I never felt like he was working me. He was really nice. And I said, well, what if I get this stuff and I don't know what the hell I'm doing or it doesn't work? He says, hey, Bob, I'll get a tech team on. We'll take over your computer. We'll help you. We'll talk you through it. Just super cool, awesome dude. And then, so, you know, did the whole deal. The best part is when you get the box with the stuff in it, right? You get a bag of candy. So it was like the triple whammy. Awesome gear, awesome dude, and the candy in the box. Triple whammy. So big shout out to Sweetwater. Again, Alan McComas, and Jordan. Again, thanks for the Jordan sauce, man. It really just has really gotten me new jobs, more gigs. And, you know, the sound's not going to, this not going to do justice. You know, when you're streaming like this on YouTube, you know, instead of like, you know, doing my recording Adobe Audition, but hopefully you guys can hear some of the decent sound of this microphone. It just is ridiculous. Whew. Okay, so quick stream, guys. Nick and Brownie, whoever else might be here. Yeah, yeah, $800 bag of candy, free mic. No, dude, it was a lot more than that. Let me tell you, Nick. Well, you can look it up. Just look up a Neumann TLM103 and an Apollo Twin MK2, and you'll get a sense of how much I paid for this. I also got a new microphone stand. I went to town. I went crazy, guys. I got a Rode Boom microphone stand, which is awesome. I went off the deep end, but to get these gigs, to be doing what you're doing, especially in the voice industry, you got to, or in the music too, you know, you got to invest in it. But I'm so glad that I learned on the stuff I had, because, you know, I had to work so hard at sounding halfway decent and, you know, all those things. You know, I started off, I was in like just a thing of towels and blankets around me. You know, now I've built this booth, you know, and bought this new gear, and God, it sounds so incredible. It's like I told you guys, like I'm cheating. All right, so that's a minute, guys. Quick stream just to get it out there. I just got someone else who's joined in. Guys, this is not one of my normal my gaming streams. It was just to talk about my voice work and things that I'm doing in the voice work industry, and give some shout outs to some people as well. I wish you guys are the best. You know, maybe if I'm feeling pretty epic tonight, I'm going to have to maybe stream a game or something. I don't know. Yeah, thank you. Yes. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. And, you know, if you're in America, happy 4th of July coming up here. Stay safe, and wish you guys the best of health. This is Bob Baker, a.k.a. Shake and Bake, whatever you want to call me, signing off, and I'll see you guys again. Cheers, peace.